South by Southwest EDU is my favorite conference of the entire year. One of the things that I am most struck by here is how non-uniform and diverse the audience is, and diverse in every conceivable kind of way, so that you don't feel like you're among a bunch of grass tops leaders, elites that are thinking about subjects at a 50,000-foot level. Everybody is trying to turn knowledge into something you can go out and use tomorrow.
South by Southwest EDU is so much more than education. It's the crossroads of technology, of culture, of philosophy, of history, of heritage.
It's a really wonderful meeting of minds, and it really does seem like a lot of people are genuinely trying to work out some really serious issues in the education world right now.
Education is complicated. It's regulated, the government is involved, there are lots of nonprofits. And for those reasons, not that many founders want to go into it, unfortunately. The benefit of South by Southwest EDU is that you're bringing together all the key ideas, all the key advisors that say to this next generation of founders, this is a multi-trillion-dollar market. It's one where you can build companies that change the world, and you can dramatically accelerate the trajectory of humanity.
I think that there is such an important notion of getting these people together pre-South by Southwest in this space is for people to say we value education and we value not ed tech, but technology that is made for educators.
There's a lot that teachers can learn from journalists, and that journalists can learn from people in AI and ed tech, and that when we're able to bring all these groups together, we're able to kind of learn what are the best practices, especially things that are going on the ground, but then translating that into what are the technology tools that teachers need. How can we learn from students who are also invited to this conference, just to make education better in the most holistic way possible.
I'm born and raised here in Austin, so I've always loved the community and different kinds of people from everywhere that I get to meet during South by. It's so much fun, and I love that South by Southwest EDU was added on so that we can have conversations about what can be done, especially with Drag Story Hour in our schools, and how to properly educate people and whatnot. And just to hear from so many different perspectives all over the place is really important.
I think that we each come to South by Southwest EDU for a different reason, but those reasons all interlock in beautiful ways, and it's a patchwork quilt of needs and ways that they can be met. And I think that we come here and kind of catalyze one another to move forward despite what is a very difficult landscape, I would say.
There's so many of us doing this work in isolation, and to be able to come to an event like this and to have conversations with people who are similar in terms of their thinking, but also that give you the space for you to be heard. And sometimes it's hard for us to balance the personal and the professional. So having moments like this where you can totally geek out with people on these issues of inequity and equity, and you can find the joy and the celebratory space that exists in this really, really intense and hard work that we're leading.
So much of our lives, we're kind of siloed now. Even our news feed, we see the news we want to see, we get the stories we want to hear, we get the TikTok dances we want to dance to. It's a very kind of isolated existence for so many, and to be able to come here and share ideas in this kind of way in a beautiful place is invigorating.
Folks that from all different sectors talking about the work that they're doing, the impact that they're seeing in their communities is very inspiring, right? And it kind of re-energizes me to go back and work even harder.
I'm Christopher Jackson.
I'm Carol Dweck.
I'm Young Pueblo.
I'm Michelle Kang, and this is South by Southwest EDU.